Hi everyone, this is Mark Repp, Technology Trainer of Port Huron Schools, and today I'm offering a crash course in bookmarks and shortcuts. I have Google Chrome open right now, so what I'm going to do in Google Chrome is to go to the top right corner, and it's the Customize and Control Google Chrome button. As I go down, you'll see where it says Bookmarks. As I click on Bookmarks, I'm going to follow it over to the left, and I'm simply going to click Show Bookmarks Bar. Now you'll notice that I use this quite a bit, and I have shortcuts to all different websites, which are basically a one-click button now. So if I wanted to get to Dropbox, for example, I just click on Drop. This is the way that I prefer to do bookmarks, and have them all be a one-click button. And if you use as many as I do, I simply shorten the title. How did I shorten the title? I just right-click, I click on Edit, and I simply shorten the name. When I'm done, I click Save. So that's the key to getting as many buttons on your bookmarks bar as possible. If we wanted it showing all the time, we could click up here on that same Customize button and go down to Settings. After we click on Settings, you'll see about halfway down the page is the Appearance section. In the Appearance section, you can show the Home button, which turns on this little house right here. If I click on that button, you'll see the house disappears. When I click on it again, the house reappears. And you can program that button to open whatever site you want when you click on the house. If you click on Change right here, the Change link will allow you to go in and type in a website that will open every time the house is clicked. So I'll click OK. And right down below that, I can always show the bookmarks bar. If I check that box, the bookmarks bar will always be present. If I were to uncheck it, and the bookmarks bar is not showing right now, it would also show every time I click on a new tab. Clicking on the New Tab button right here will also briefly show my bookmarks bar automatically. But if I'm in a new tab, or if I'm in a different tab, for example, if I'm in a different document, you see that that bookmarks bar disappears. So it is advantageous to go into your settings and simply check the box that says Always Show the Bookmarks Bar. Now I have a Google Doc open right now, and I want a shortcut to the desktop where I can always open up this particular document. The trick to doing this is, first of all, if you're open in widescreen or full screen view like I am, you'll need to go right up here to the top right corner, and you'll see the Restore Down button. It's a double square. When I click on that double square Restore Down button, it will then make my window about half as large. So I have this document open, and I simply want to put it right on my desktop. To do that, in this case, the icon is a padlock. So I'm going to click on that icon, grab the padlock, and drag it down onto my desktop. I'll let go, and now I have a shortcut to that website right on my desktop. In Google Chrome, another way that you can do a shortcut is by coming right back up here to your Customize button, and while you're on a web page, you can come down to More Tools and choose Add to Taskbar. If you click Add to Taskbar, you could then shorten the title. I'll call it Chromebook Support Document. Click Add to add it to the taskbar. That document has now been added to my taskbar, and I can drag it into any position I want. If it's a document I use all the time, I could drag it toward the left, and now it's easier to get to. I could come down here now and click on this shortcut, and that document would reopen, preferably in Google Chrome, and there it is. So that's another way to add a shortcut. I'm going to minimize all of my windows right now, and I'm going to go to my Start button in Windows 7, and in Windows 10 you can also do this, and I'm going to type in a program that I often use, which is my calculator. Now if I wanted to create a desktop shortcut to my calculator, I would right-click on that, and I could send it to my desktop. I go to Send To, follow it over to the right, and I click Desktop Create Shortcut. And now I have a desktop shortcut to my calculator. You can do that with any program. When I click on my Start button again, I could go back to the calculator, and I could also right-click, and I could pin it to the Start menu. If I did this, I would now click on the Start button, and my calculator is now right here on my Start menu. So that's a way that you can make a shortcut to your Start menu. Let's say that I wanted to make a shortcut to Microsoft Excel. If I right-click, I have these options. I could pin it to the Start menu. I could unpin it from the taskbar because that's where it is right now. If I did that, now the next time I go back to Excel, I could right-click and I could repin it to the taskbar or to the Start menu. I think I'm going to repin it to the taskbar. And now there's Excel. I can drag it over into a more prominent location, and now I have a shortcut on my taskbar. Now you know how to create web shortcuts, desktop shortcuts, and taskbar shortcuts. Hopefully you've gotten something out of this crash course in creating bookmarks and shortcuts. I'm Mark Repp. Join me again for another tech tip.